Just a very short little talk here about why we have this feast of John the Baptist superseding the normal Sunday. It only happens every 7 years. Everybody had their attention on the tornado down in Wilkes-Barre. I haven't had a chance to get down that way yet because of the Black Party, but that's a lot of damage that Mother Nature can do. But those of us old enough to remember would say, the people in Wilkes-Barre know that's a spitball fight compared to what happened 46 years ago today. Maybe 1/3 of us are old enough to remember. The flood lasted like 5 and 6 days. Wilkes-Barre was destroyed. The caskets came up from the 44th Cemetery, and some of those bodies still haven't been found. I think my friends down there tell me they can still remember the smell of the mud. And that's 46 years ago. The tornado was just a little thing compared to that. The power of Mother Nature. When she strikes, boom. Someday it might hit this neighborhood. Could it take this building down? I don't know. We'll see, but I don't want to find out. Mother Nature is very powerful. There's one place where Mother Nature loses. You know where that is? Right here. Elizabeth was probably my age, 60s. And she gets pregnant. How many of you 60-year-old women want to be pregnant? 0. It doesn't work that way. But here she is, pregnant, after she had been barren all her life. Mother Nature doesn't work. God can defeat Mother Nature. And then when you turn the page to the next story, page 2 of the New Testament, Mary is pregnant. Mary can't be pregnant. She's a virgin. Cannot happen. Mother Nature doesn't work. God has other plans. And you know what's even stronger than human nature? Than Mother Nature is human nature. A man likes to name the firstborn kid after himself. No, it's not the way it's going to work, God says. They're going to name him John. Wow. Nobody has that name. Name after his daddy. That's human nature. Nope. God has other plans. God is stronger than Mother Nature. God is stronger than human nature. Wow. What does John the Baptist give? See, in the Old Testament, they're missing something very important. Hope. Hope. If you lived in the Old Testament, you can't get into heaven. You need a Savior. Moses was great. Moses didn't die for us. He didn't die for the Jews. Jesus comes, John the Baptist, bringing him, and now we have hope of eternal life. That's what John the Baptist brings. He leads us to Jesus. John the Baptist is born in the Old Testament. He lives in the New Testament with Jesus. So we now have hope of eternal life. That's why John the Baptist, he conquers human nature and Mother Nature. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the hope that he brings us, I think God has to be in charge here. Because what's the biggest problem in America today? This week, what's the biggest problem in America? It's not the immigration crisis. Somebody will solve that. It won't be me, but somebody will solve that. And it's not the opioid crisis. Somehow we'll solve that. The biggest crisis in America is a lack of hope. Kate Spade made more money than all of us together will make in our lifetimes on one purse. And she took her own life. Because despite all the money, she found life to be hopeless. And when you find life to be hopeless, I guess it makes sense to take your own life. And the great chef who was world famous and seemed to have it all together, at some point found it worthless to live. And he took his life. Why does this happen? Because we don't have hope. So many people lead lives of isolation. Not just because of broken families, but because the computer screen has many people ordered the cell phone looking like as if they're connected to the TV or the computer. Why do we have the block party? We could get by without the block party. But it brings us together as a family. And a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people live alone. They get down. When you get down and you don't have a strong spiritual life, and let's be honest, church is not as strong today as it used to be. It just isn't. No religion, and ours certainly struggles. Some of that's our fault right here, the guys wearing the collar. But when religion struggles and community struggles and family struggles, I can see how people get down. And some of them decide to just end it all. John the Baptist brought hope. If you have Jesus, how can you have despair? Maybe those people don't have Jesus. I don't know. But they end their life. That's a problem. Because every life is sacred and precious. The opioid thing we'll figure out. But when people feel life is worthless and pointless, wow. Andy Dufresne says in Shawshank Redemption, hope is the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. John the Baptist is about hope, that we will never die. We'll go to heaven. Not everybody is getting the message. Let us stand, my friends, and we'll profess our faith in Almighty God.